Welcome in, Dark Hearts. I'm Wolfie.
And Mooney, and this is your Nerd Network News.
We're back with another year of Nerd Network News. Today we're talking about the second half of the Bleach 1000-Year Blood War arc, Season 3. These last few episodes were so fast-paced that if you blinked while watching, you already missed something. Not to mention you had to be careful, or the Blood War arc was gonna get you right in the feels.
I'll say, Season 3 had the highest stakes of all the seasons so far. The only previous fight that actually had some high stakes to it was Yuabaha versus Yamamoto. And out of all the fights in Season 3, my favorite has to be Uryu versus Renji. And y'all, I think I can speak for a lot of the fans when I say that we needed a lot more Uryu. Each character has their own arc. Rescue Rukia arc was Ichigo, Wako Munda arc was Odahime, Fullbringer arc was Chad, and the Blood War arc is Uryu's. And this brings us to the most disgusting fight of Season 3, Mayuri and Nemu versus Pranita. This fight majorly showcased the adaptability of not only Mayuri, but Pranita.
Mayuri with prep time way outclasses Batman with prep time, and y'all can debate this in the comments.
And finding out how powerful Nemu has become over the years. We all thought that her being an experiment, she was just kinda Soul Reaper fodder. Nemu proves in this arc that she's more than just Mayuri's experiment. And this brings us to the most beautiful of all the fights. The newly crowned head captain Kiraku, his lieutenant Nanao versus Lejay Barrow. This fight had all of the stakes. And during this fight, we saw probably one of the most destructive attacks ever. Insert trumpet.
And that's not to mention that in the midst of all of these epic battles, the emotional element is gonna get you out of nowhere. We learn the backstories of Nemu, Nanao, Basby, and Haschwalt, and each one was completely unexpected, with Nemu's, surprisingly, being the most heartfelt. Going into the final season, we've got a lot of dangling plot threads to wrap up. What do all these character reveals mean going into Season 4? And are we ever gonna see what Ginjo and Tsukishima have been up to since Season 1? And I personally hope we get to see Wako Mundo entering the battlefield with an army of Hollows and Arrancar backing up their centuries-old enemy.
As of this recording, there's no release date yet for Season 4, but we do have a title, The Calamity. And until then, Dark Hearts, you think you're gone on my last nerve? I have 70,000 more layers.
NNN would like to thank our listeners for tuning in.
And our radio sponsor, 88.1 FM, KVSC, your sound alternative. And Woodforia, DJs, photography, and more. You can get a quote for your special event at MinnesotaProDJ.com.
Make sure you like and subscribe to Darkheart_Studios on YouTube, hit that bell, and follow our socials for full video versions of NNN, interviews, and live events coverage.
Thank you for tuning in, Dark Hearts. This is Mooney.
And Wolfie, signing off.